Good day, students. I am Teacher Rio, and this is Physical Education and Health 2. For Lesson 1, we are going to talk about an introduction to sports. So, let's begin. For the next slide, I'm gonna show you a picture, and all you have to do is to guess who's in that picture based on the jumbled letters. Guess who? That's right. That person is Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan is considered by many basketball fanatics and experts as the greatest basketball player of all time. But before he reached where he is right now, he went through one of his life's lowest times. He was cut from varsity basketball team. He pushed himself to be better by practicing harder to improve his skills and understand the game better. The rest is history, as he dominated the highest level of professional basketball and went on to become a sports icon. Before we proceed to our discussion, here are our objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to assess yourselves in choosing a sport or physical activity, differentiate between individual or dual sports and team sports, and identify the important aspects to consider in learning a sport. For your first activity, you are going to have a pre-assessment and you're going to answer the following questions. In choosing a sports or physical activity, number 1, do you prefer a more casual approach? Number 2, do you enjoy doing things on your own? Number 3, do you enjoy a group activity? Number 4, what physical fitness component do you want to develop or improve? Rank each component with 1 being the highest and 5 being the lowest. So we have 5 physical fitness components here: cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. Now let's define what is sports. Sports is an activity that requires physical actions and skills where individuals or teams compete under set of rules. Sports is classified into individual, dual, or team sports. Individual sports are played by one participant on each competing side. On the other hand, dual sports are played by 2 competing pairs, while team sports are played with 3 or more players. For your next activity, you're going to identify each example of sports by putting a mark whether it is individual, dual, or team sports. Now, as you can see on the table, it is already identified and marked whether it is under individual, dual, or team sports. For the first example of sports, we have badminton. It is individual, dual, and team sports. Basketball, team sports. Bowling, individual and team sports. Boxing, individual and team sports. Football, team sports. Lawn tennis, individual, dual, and team sports. Track and field, individual, team sports. Table tennis, individual, dual, team sports. Skating, individual, dual, and team sports. Softball, team sports. Swimming, individual and team sports. Volleyball, team sports. And beach volleyball, dual, and team sports. Here are some of the important aspects to consider in learning sport. History. It talks about the inventor of the sport, country of origin, and development of the game. Court dimensions or venue, where the games are played either indoor, outdoor, or both. Size, different designs for male or female, and safety procedures for the players. Equipment and gear. These are proper protective gears, uniforms, and outfits which also involve safety of players and officials. We also have technical and tactical skills. These are the basics of playing the game, like in basketball. We have dribble, shoot, pass, while tactical skills are the strategies to take advantage during the game. Rules of game. These are a set of rules on how the game is played, violations, penalties, how to score points, how many players are allowed, and so on. Officiating. Officials of the game, their duties and responsibilities of calling violations, penalties, points, etc., and regulating fair play. Here are the examples of the basics in playing different individual or dual and team sport. The first one is the table tennis. The basic skills are: number 1, grip, shake hand grip and pen hold grip. Number 2, ready position. Number 3, forehand and backhand. Number 4, basic hitting. Number 5, top spin serve. Number 6, basic position, forehand and backhand drive. And number 7, forehand and backhand push. Badminton. Here are the basic skills. Number 1, grip, handshake grip, forehand and backhand. Number 2, ready position and footwork. Number 3, serve. We have long serve and short serve, forehand and backhand. Number 4, forehand and backhand overhead stroke. Number 5, forehand and backhand clear. Number 6, forehand and backhand drop. Number 7, forehand and backhand smash. And number 8, forehand and backhand drive. Basketball. Basic skills. Number 1, footwork. Number 2, pivoting. Number 3, catching the ball. Number 4, dribbling. Number 5, passing. Number 6, shooting. And number 7, rebounding. Softball. Basic skills. Number 1, throwing. Number 2, catching. Number 3, fielding fly balls and ground balls. Number 4, playing catcher. Number 5, pitching. Number 6, batting. Number 7, base running. And number 8, sliding. Volleyball. Basic skills. Number 1, stance, ready position of the body and foot. Number 2, service, underhand, sidearm, and overhand serve. Number 3, tossing, underhand and overhand or finger toast. Number 4, passing or receiving, forearm pass, overhand and dig pass. Number 5, attacking. Number 6, blocking. And number 7, defensive skills like rolling or sliding. So those are examples of the basics in playing different individual or dual and team sport. For your written task, answer the following questions. Number 1, what is the difference of individual or dual sports versus team sports? Number 2, what does one need to know in playing sports? For your performance task, based on your assessment, what sports or activity do you think is suitable for you? If you would choose the physical activity or sport that you want to engage in, what would it be? Write your goal and identify the pros and cons on the table. Also, answer the question here. Do you think you can be physically active with your chosen sports or activity? And for your assignment, have an advanced reading about technical and tactical skills in playing sports.